What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuning in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a brand new episode for everybody at 159. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Doing all right, man. I'm surviving in fantasy football, do or die week. So I need time to lose so I can win, so I can get in the playoffs.
Say you hate rooting against people, but if you're gonna root against someone, might as well be Tom.
Yeah, might as well. I think I might be able to get in. I don't think he's gonna get the win.
No.
Nah. He got some guys that I think he's going up against somebody got a double wide receiver tandem like
Okay.
AJ Brown and Smith, I think. So
I think Brian has that.
yeah,
He's playing Brian. Yeah.
Yeah. So and Eagles are playing the Cowboys, so hopefully it's another shootout.
There you go. Let's go.
How's everything on your end?
Good, man. Sorry I had to put that beating on you last week. No complaints.
Yeah, I know you're sailing in the playoffs right now, man.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, man. Let's get right into it, man. We have week 13 in NFL wrap up. We had a Thursday night game. We had the Seahawks versus the Cowboys. Cowboys winning the shootout. This game was a lot more high scoring than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. It just felt like the points started coming and they didn't stop.
Yeah, I was like, where's that Cowboy defense, man? They give up a lot of points.
I know. And Seattle usually, they have a pretty good defense as well. So it's kind of it was a weird game, that's for sure.
And your boy DJ was going off on them. So
yeah, I mean when you start you start off the game with a 75-yard slant for a touchdown. I think at one point he had like 3 catches for like 130 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, like everything he was touching was going to the house.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Glad I wasn't playing him that last week. So on the regular Sunday games, I mean, we had your Jets versus the Falcons. Your defense put up some points, but your offense didn't show up, man. How you feeling?
Don't feel great. I think at this point it's just end the season, get your draft pick, and get the hell out of there, and hope that Aaron Rodgers comes back next year. He's healthy and ready to go. Interesting week with the Zach Wilson situation and him coming back, and all these leaks saying he didn't want to play because he didn't want to get injured, and then Rodgers basically saying it's a bunch of BS, and the leaks got to stop coming from the from inside the Jets locker room. So it's just kind of a wild week, but I do think they can win this game, but I don't know how it benefits them.
Yeah, I think you kind of want to tank because you don't want to hurt that draft pick.
Right.
And then we got the Lions. They played the Saints. Lions took care. They scored a lot early, then they let the Saints get back in the game, but they held them off. So wasn't really too much outside of that. I'm still worried about the Lions.
Yeah, their defense is a little suspect. Like I said, they got up 21-0 pretty quick, and I don't know, maybe they coasted the rest of the game, but their defense definitely scares me a little bit.
Oh yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play out. They'll definitely finish first, because some of the other teams lost. So it's going to be just interesting to see how they fare in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the Broncos and the Texans. Your boy CJ takes them to the win, keeps them in contention for the playoffs. I'm interested to see how they finish the rest of the season.
Yeah. We'll see how they end the season, but I think at the very least they have good momentum going into next year and can build on this season so far.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see because your boy Trevor Lawrence is out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know, maybe definitely gonna be out this week. Not sure if it's gonna be multiple weeks. And to see how
he was at practice today.
Yeah, but when I look on fantasy, it says he's out. So
he's not out yet. They haven't ruled him out yet.
Showing him as 0 points, man. So I need him this week, man. It's the proof of the week. It's gonna be interesting to see how that fares out as far as what percentage he's at, because I mean those teams are catching on him. So
yeah.
And then in the other games, I mean, we had the Chargers versus the Pats. I mean, I can't believe the Chargers won 6-zip, man.
What a weird game. I didn't watch a lot. I was driving home from Tennessee, so I didn't watch a lot of the 1 o'clock games. And yeah, when I got to the rest stop and it was 6-0, I was like, what?
Yeah, I feel like the Patriots refused to score, man.
Yeah, I think that I just read. Did they even get over like midfield? It felt like I think they had said they had one drive that maybe got down in under the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think they did, but it was just a lot of quick outs.
Yeah,
But that's the thing, the Chargers, with their offense, I mean, they should be doing a lot more damage, man.
yeah, agreed. They got guys that just can't catch the ball and just like a bit of a mess it seems like, and probably use a new coach. Uh, I don't know. They should be better. You're right.
Definitely should, man. Hopefully, I think we'll see a better version of them next year with the new coaching staff. I'm sure they're gonna tweak some things around. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not sold on their running back situation. I think they do need to get another receiver, just because Mike Williams cannot stay healthy, and then
Yep.
try to go get a tight end or something out there. So then we had the 49ers and the Eagles. 49ers smack up the Eagles, so
Hmm.
it was kind of a revenge game for them. These teams possibly will meet in the playoffs again. Like I said, I think the 49ers got their number this year, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens when it comes into the playoffs. But I think you're right. I think this could have been a preview of a playoff matchup, depending on how everything kind of falls out. But um, I think these are the two, easily the two best teams in the NFC, maybe the two best teams in the league. The San Francisco team had a lot to prove after I think last year, and wanted to, Debo had to back up all the shit he's been talking, and they obviously played well. Defense was good, offense was good. Um, if that's the 49ers team you're going to get in the playoffs, they're going to
Oh yeah, because they run the ball like nobody else, man.
be.
They run it with their receivers. They run it with their running back. I mean, they're just getting it done. So
Yep.
then we had the Bengals versus the Jags for the Monday night game. Despite no Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence going out, this was actually a good game, man.
Trevor Lawrence played most of the game, but yeah, pretty impressed with the way that Jake Browning played. It started kind of funky. I think that he was like 5 for 5 for like 12 yards or something, or 20. I forget what it was. Some weird number. And I think at one point Jamar Chase had like 5 catches for 11 yards. Uh, and then after that, it seemed like it kind of exploded. You had the Jamar Chase 78-yard touchdown or whatever it was, and he's throwing the ball all over the place. Obviously, it helps having T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, and you can kind of throw it up to those guys. And Mixon played well as well. So, but yeah, not a good loss for the Jags. That's for sure. They could have taken over the number 1 seed in the AFC with a win. So probably a game they needed to win or should have won. But Browning played well, kept Cincinnati in the playoff picture.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think they'll make it, but I mean, it's possibly they can. I mean, there's only 3 games left, and a few teams that they can possibly catch, but I'm not expecting them to get in the playoff though. But
Yeah,
I
the
wouldn't be
chance is still
surprised if
there though.
yeah, I know I wouldn't be surprised if they did win some more games though. Week 14 of the NFL coming up. We had the Jags versus the Browns. I think it's gonna be an interesting one because the Browns defense, they like to get after the quarterback. If they do get to Trevor Lawrence early, there might be a problem.
Yeah, if Lawrence plays, this is kind of the not really the team you want to play against, right? They can get after the quarterback. They got a strong defense. Not much going on the offensive side, but yeah, it's a tough one. Tough one if you're banged up a little bit.
Yeah, so I wonder if they're gonna limit them as far as passing plays or
Yeah.
depending on how the blocking goes. So and then I mean we have a few set of games: the Saints versus the Panthers, Buccaneers versus the Falcons. I mean these games kind of you want to pay attention to if you're a fan of these teams because everybody's close except for the
Yeah.
Panthers to get in the playoffs. So
Yeah,
uh,
it's any of those three teams other than the Panthers can win the NFC South. So I'm with you. You know, this is kind of some must watch weekend for the NFC South.
yeah, it definitely is, man. I'm gonna be interested to see who wins. So
I sort of lean to the Saints, but they just, I feel like sometimes they kind of just like lose their minds. Maybe it's Derek Carr. I don't know. I feel like when Jameis is out there, the offense hums a little better. But they're banged up. Obviously, Carr injured. I think Olave's been out with a sickness, and Taysom Hill is hurt, banged up a little bit. Not that everyone's kind of in the same position at this point in the season, but yeah, I kind of lean toward the Saints on the NFC South.
yeah, on paper they should be the ones that get into the playoff. But
Hmm.
I said you never know with these the Buccaneers and the Falcons. So
Never know.
then we have the Jets versus the Texans.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about your team, man, but it's gonna be. I like watching the Texans. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Oh, they're fun to watch. It's kind of sad watching Tank Dell getting taken off the field. Still questionable as to why he was in blocking on a goal line play. He's 5'10", 170 pounds, and it wasn't like he was lined up outside. He was lined up like behind a tight end. So, questionable move there by the OC. But yeah, the offense is still fun to watch with Nico Collins. You got a little bit of Robert Woods resurgence and Singletary kind of reviving his career down there, and obviously is awesome to watch.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna definitely be fun to watch over the next few years as they get more
Hmm.
weapons and build on that defense. So as far as your Jets, man, I mean not really playing for much, but where would you like to see your team go in the off season as far as improvements outside of quarterback? Because we know Aaron Rodgers is coming back.
They need another wide receiver. Alan Lazard is not the answer there. Um, Need to beef up the O line. Those are two spots. I think their defense is fine. I think most guys are signed into next year. It's really that getting someone opposite Garrett Wilson and also beefing up that O line. Obviously, injuries played a big part this year, but you need to have depth there because they kind of went into the season with some question. You got Becton kind of questionable injury wise. Dwayne Brown's getting older. AVT was coming off some injuries, so it wasn't unexpected that these guys got hurt again. So I think that's where you key in on and yeah, I think kind of leave the defense alone.
I'm looking forward to seeing the moves that are being made. Um,
Hmm.
because I feel like you're one or two moves away if you didn't have a quarterback. Or the fact that you did have the quarterback go out, I think that hurt
Yeah.
tremendously. But
Oh, of course.
with him, with him coming back and you guys make a few improvements, you guys would be all set.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Then we have the Broncos versus the Chargers. I'm gonna keep an eye on this game just because the Broncos are almost in playoff contention. So as far as the Chargers, I mean, just to see, I'm gonna just look at the score. Uh, I mean, they struggle, man. I can't even watch them.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big game for playoff the playoff picture too. I think this is whichever one of these teams loses is kind of done. Like you said, the Denver coming off the 5-game win streak lost last week, looking to get back on track. I still don't know if their offense is very good. I think Russ has done just enough to get them to win some of these games, but hasn't been awesome.
Yeah, I expected a lot more from Williams and that receiving core, but kind of been like mediocre in the middle of the pack. I don't know if it's because the offensive line or it's because they've been trying to figure out the dynamic between quarterback and all the other players, but there's definitely something to pay attention to.
Yep.
Then we had the Eagles versus the Cowboys. I think that's gonna be interesting one to pay attention to because everybody's saying that this is the Cowboys' year, but the Eagles are out there in first place still. So
Hmm.
and that Cowboys gonna have to go to the Eagles if they expect to win. And that's the team they've been struggling against outside of the
Yeah.
49ers.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, everyone's kind of been banging the same drum this year about how Dallas, has blown out the weaker teams and hasn't been able to beat a winning team. I mean, they beat the Seahawks last week, but that was kind of funky game. So yeah, it's back to Philly again. They lost by less than a touchdown earlier in the season, and you got Philly coming off a loss from San Francisco. So big test for Dallas for sure this weekend. I think this game means more to Dallas than it does for Philly. Although if Philly loses, San Fran wins. I think it puts San Fran in the #1 seed. So which is huge.
Yeah, they definitely want to stay a game above them because you don't want to go to San Fran, especially during the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then we got the actually Thursday night game, which is on now. We got the Patriots and the Steelers. This game's already a lot high scoring than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like a 13-9 game or a 10-3, 10-6 game, but they surpassed that. I know a lot of people that bet on the game going to be pissed because they already scored Patriots already scored 2 touchdowns.
Oh yeah. A lot of people hammering the under on this one. Said you already got 17 points, already more than halfway there. Pittsburgh's still in the playoff contention. Patriots really have nothing to play for except for a draft pick. So, I mean, we'll see how the rest of this game plays out, but I'd expect Pittsburgh to start to do something here.
Yeah, I thought the Patriots would be more on chill mode because they're trying to get this pick. Right now, they're sitting at the second spot. So,
yeah, and I think they're probably getting tired of hearing about how bad they've been playing offensively and whatnot. So,
yeah,
we'll see what happens here. But yeah, if Patriots win, I always say it all but locks up the #1 pick for the Bears.
Yep, because the Bears got
the Panthers.
Yeah, because they got the Panthers pick.
Right.
Panthers are rolling over in their grave over there. So.
Oh yeah.
Then we got a doubleheader on the Monday night games. We got the Packers versus the Giants. Hopefully the Giants come to their senses and they blow this game. But you never know, man. Seems like the Packers are trying to make a run towards the playoffs, but I don't know. I don't put much into this game, but I do feel like the Giants are going to try to go out and win it for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, they got a little bit of a streak going here, playing well at least. Tommy DeVito, obviously not the guy, but kind of fun story for sure.
Oh yeah, what 2 wins or
the 3 wins now?
Oh, I was about to say, your boy DeVito got more wins than Danny Dimes this season. So
I think he does, doesn't he?
I think he does, man. Or he's tied with him, based off of these the number of wins they have.
4-8. Yeah.
So I mean, the quarterback with a way less than cap hit. So
yeah, they won the last 2, and then they won the tie, right? Yeah, so he's got 2 wins, and Danny Dimes has 1.
Yeah, man. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Like I said, I hope they come to their senses and they don't win this game, so we can stay in the contention to get one of these quarterbacks. But they are projecting about like 6 quarterbacks probably going to go in the first round, first round, late second round. So, but you definitely want to be an opportunity to grab one of these guys. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
And then the other Monday night game they got, they probably did 2 Monday night games because they was like, all right, we need to match the ratings. They have the Titans and the Dolphins. Titans have been kind of putting it together, kind of struggling. But, they got a lot of holes to fill. So on the Dolphins end, I mean, they high flying offense. Not really. They need to win to stay in the hunt, for that first seed bye. But it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah. Miami's been playing well. But Tennessee seems to get up for these big games. With Rabel and that crew, and so yeah. Like you said, Miami's still just sitting atop the AFC right now. So they, if they want to get that first round bye, they're gonna need to win out. So yeah, we'll see. It should be, like I said, Tennessee is never easy to play against. They're coached well, so we'll see what happens. What happens on Monday night with the high flying offense against the Vrabel coach team.
Oh yeah, the defense has been. Well, I think that defense has been good against the run. Not too much. Not too much. Tennessee. Not too much on the pass.
Yeah, and Miami's defense has been playing really well. So
yeah, I mean, because they got guys coming back that are healthy. So it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be interesting to watch. Oh no, I was gonna say then we got on to the NBA. Got the in-season tournament tonight, semifinals. We had the Pacers versus the Bucks earlier. Boy, Halliburton went crazy on them again. Shedding tears for my Knicks fans. Should have been a Knick.
You were pumping him well before the Kings drafted him too.
Yeah, I mean, we at the time we needed a point guard. Eventually later on got Jalen Brunson, but we had the opportunity to get him, but passed on them when they got your boy Obi, and then ended up trading him to the freaking Pacers. And both the players are on the Pacers now. They're doing good. So, but I mean, they got a nice young squad. It's gonna be interesting to see how things pan out. I mean, they're the #1 offense in the NBA, but they also have like the worst defense in the NBA. But they're a young squad, man. They're running and gunning. It's going to be interesting to see if they win the in-season tournament. They're like They're like 5-0 or 6-0 in the in-season tournament.
Yeah, they're 6-0 and they've beaten 5 playoff teams from last year, including obviously the Celtics and the Bucks. So
yeah, man. So I mean, hopefully, this translates for them. Maybe they're the kings of the East, so to say. They come out of nowhere and make a nice run, but we're gonna have to wait and see, man.
Yeah. I mean, fun to watch. I mean, they've hit a lot of threes in the last couple of games. Halliburton is quickly turning into a star in the league.
Yeah, and the fact that he's averaging almost like 10 assists. So, not only is he scoring at a high clip, great, shooting a high 3-point percentage, he's also dishing out those dimes, man. Then on the other side, on the West, we're gonna have the Lakers. Who would have thought? In the semis against my boy Zion out here. I think Zion's gonna put them to rest tonight. But we're gonna wait and see. But I feel like the Lakers gonna win the in-season tournament. We're gonna be hyped for them for some reason. So.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Pelicans get in. Pelicans, Indiana would be kind of something different, right?
Oh yeah, especially you got 2 young stars. There's a lot of people get to see the future of the NBA, so to say, in this game. In that game, if it was the Pelicans versus the Pacers.
Yeah.
So you get to see a LeBron type junior player versus I can't even compare Halliburton to anybody. He's just him. So
yeah, he's kind of a, I don't know, maybe almost like an old or like an old style point guard.
But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing these teams, man.
Oh yeah.
And then we have the I don't think that was anything else in the NBA. Outside of that.
No.
Yep. And then on to MLB. I mean, we're still waiting on Ohtani, but in the meantime, Yankees go out there and they make a big move. Went out and got your boy Soto. Was it Verdugo?
Yeah, Verdugo. Yep, Verdugo.
So looking at a crazy lineup as far as hitting. Still some pitchers out there. I wouldn't mind us going out and getting another pitcher. I don't think they're going to get Ohtani. I mean, the rumors are saying they'll probably go to Dodgers, Blue Jays, Angels, or San Fran. So, I mean, I'll still make an offer to try to do something. But
yeah, it was a good move. They need to get another big left-handed bat in there to kind of break up that lineup. So good move. They can rotate him in the outfield and in first base. They can kind of move him around a little bit. But that'll help break up that Stanton, Judge. Then Verdugo, I think is I'm not a huge fan of him, but he's another lefty. He's a tough dude. Comes with some attitude issues from last year. He got benched a couple games with the Red Sox. I don't know if it was just to get along with Cora or whatever, but there's some behavioral things to watch out for there. But they didn't really give up anything for him.
yeah.
But yeah, even the Soto trade, I feel like they didn't. They gave up Mike King. Had a pretty good year going last year before he got injured. But other than that, didn't give up a ton. Obviously, Soto's only under contract this year, so you're assuming that they'll sign him to a long-term deal. But otherwise, the trade doesn't really make much sense. But yeah, I think you're right. I think you go after the pitching now. Probably need another starter in there. Wouldn't mind seeing like a guy like Jordan Montgomery come back or something like that. But yeah, you're gonna have Rodon, Cole. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah. I mean, I heard there's a few other guys that were targeting out there, so maybe that'll help. They're definitely trying to make some changes in order to get to that next level.
So where do you think Otani ends up going?
I want to say the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Just because you're in LA. Well, I mean, he was in there before, but the better LA team actually be in the playoffs, get more shine. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up in San Fran or just back with the Angels.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're gonna keep posted to it though. So
yeah, the only big news today coming out of the golf world, John Rahm signed on with Live Golf officially. It's been rumored for a while now. Finally happened. What's going on in the golf world? It's kind of a weird space right now. We kind of thought the PGA and Live was kind of, they were going to coexist and people are going to be able to switch between the leagues and they haven't been able to come to an agreement. So maybe this kind of pushes that to happen because Rahm wants to do both. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird place, and everyone's kind of kicking and screaming, but no one really knows what the hell to do. The Saudis are spending all this money, but they're not. No one really cares about the product, and I mean the viewership is just terrible. They're losing money like you wouldn't believe. But the PGA Tour's hand to do something, and they have. I think they have till December 31st to make it. That's kind of their deal time. So I don't know, man. It's kind of a weird situation.
oh yeah, it definitely is, man. I think especially since they're partnered with them now. They kind of the PGA has no choice but to help them. Right? You can't let your product be out there out there on a decline. So not only does it affect their pockets on both ends, because now, I mean, it's a I feel like the live term is going to help them keep golf irrelevant, like while golf is during the off season. But I think that's why you have to keep that product up. As far as ratings, as far as they're making a profit and so forth.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens here in the next 3 or 4 weeks, but PGA Tour's got to figure this out because they're gonna start losing sponsors. They're gonna start losing stuff like that because if they're putting a shitty product out because they can't, get the best players in the world to play against each other week in and week out, then what are they doing?
Exactly. So I'm gonna have to wait and see how this unfolds, but definitely something to pay attention to. Then now it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so we got some Italian beef sandwiches today. So this is a good, I like it cold weather recipe. So take a thing of chuck roast, a couple pounds, between 2 and 4 pounds, 2 to 5 pounds. Salt and pepper, brown it in a frying pan, all sides. Throw that in the slow cooker, and then while that's in there, grill up some onion, garlic. Let that get nice and soft. Once that's kind of in a good spot, throw some beef broth in there. Mix that all up. In the meantime, season the beef that's in the crock pot already. So that's oregano, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and basil. And then took that beef broth mixture with the onions and garlic, put that in, and then topped it off with a jar of banana peppers on top, and then kind of let that cook for about 8 to 10 hours or so. And
how are banana? Are they like picklish, or is it more like spicy?
They're not like overly spicy. They're kind of like sweet spicy, if you know what I mean.
I don't think I ever ate a banana pepper. Now that I think about it.
They're kind of like sweet and spicy for me. I like them. They're got a good flavor to them. It's not like a jalapeno.
Yeah.
Um, they're good.
Yeah, I figured there'd be more like picklish or sweetish.
They're sweet. They're not pickly, but they're definitely they definitely have like a sweetness to them.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they were more sweet than spicy or just like a combo between the two.
Yeah, kind of a combo.
Okay, okay. I definitely have I think I'm gonna just go on the sweet pickle tour and try to put them on some sandwiches or something.
Yeah.
See how I like them. And then what you guys drink that down with?
All right. So it's a brewery out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Pull up my phone. Called It's called Odin Brewing Company.
Okay.
They have this cool little like warehouse type brewery. They've been out there for 4 or 5 years now. Really cool kind of atmosphere. Beer was beer was pretty good. They got like typically like 6 or 7 beers on tap. But yeah, I thought overall cool place, good beer. So the one that I tried that was more of kind of like an interesting type of a beer. It was a emerald cucumber lime sour. So basically they took their blonde ale and they infused cucumbers and lime juice. So it's not like your typical, I would say not your typical sour type beer. They basically took one of the beers they already make and made it sour, which is interesting. Um, but but yeah, it's definitely get the heavy lime flavor that comes through. You can smell it. Cucumber on the back end is smooth, cool. Um, yeah, I thought it was solid. It's only 4%, so probably a good like summertime drink. Um, Blonde ale is typically more of a summertime beer, anyways. But yeah, overall, I thought it was pretty good. I'd give it like a 7.6.
Oh man, cracked above the solid, man.
Hmm.
Missing a few things, man. Definitely gonna have to add that to the list. Do you feel like it's one of the best beers you've tried this year?
Uh, no, not one of the best beers I've tried this year. Definitely different. One of the more
Okay.
different beers I've tried. The one that still stands out is the one from Hilton Head really stood out, and another one I can't remember. There's a couple beers that kind of stand out and for this year.
Definitely gonna have to uh I'm gonna need a compile list for the top beers
I
of the year,
know.
man.
We got to do that.
And then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then for the BRRs, I mean, not too much. Still watching some of the newer shows. They got Monarch. I feel like it's okay. I do like the Godzilla series and stuff, but I just feel like it's not really any fighting with the monsters.
Hmm.
They're just kind of giving us information about a guy that they're looking for, but they're not really telling us like what he was doing or
So
they're
what
trying to
what
figure
is
out.
Monarch about? I haven't. I know you guys have been talking about it, but I haven't watched any of it yet.
Yeah, so when they like brought out the Godzilla series, they brought out like the government secret agency, which is called Monarch. So their job is to like um, combat the monsters, so to say, or see what's going on with them. But they're not really doing anything, right? So like, let's say if you got like a secret agency for like aliens or something, right? When aliens come, you're supposed to have like special weapons and like
Hmm.
experts but they don't really got anybody that know what they're doing, right? They don't got no special weapons.
Right.
They can't really fight a monster. Um, like I don't know if they're like just in a startup phase, kind of, even though they've been around, supposedly since the first sighting of Godzilla. But it's that's one of the areas I feel like they're lacking in. It'd be kind of cool if they had special agents that can deal with some of the monsters. not even like the bigger ones, more like the low level ones, smaller monsters, but not the case, man.
Yeah.
But as I said, maybe that's what they're setting up to do in the movie. Because then in the new Godzilla movie, they have King Kong with like a robotic arm. So like maybe that's like them being able to control him, so to say, or being able to call him for assistance when monsters come. But I'm trying to see how it all connects. But I'm just not. It's one of those things like the you can't really see the future with it. I'm not sure what direction they're going in yet. So
right.
overall, it's not a bad show. I just wish they had more action. But I'll keep you posted. They're pretty much about. I think they're on a 10 episode season. I think they're about episode 4 or 5. So, so far it's okay.
Okay.
And then watching Murder at the End of the World. I'm liking the show, man. It's kind of like a whodunit type of show.
Okay.
Mystery thriller. As far as a killer, they're trying to figure out. I mean, everything leads to like the big wig guy killing everybody. But I feel like something is up. That's going to be the plot twist. But so far, so good. It's definitely something you could check out.
Okay.
But you kind of got to pay attention to it because there's a lot of moving parts. And then outside of that, I mean, wasn't really much else as far as shows. I mean, they did put out the House of Dragon season 2 trailer. Definitely looking forward to that, but not till next year though. So
yeah, I did also hear they signed on for season 3 and 4, or that they're planning season 3 and 4 already. George R.R. was in there, the production crew.
Yeah, finally. I mean, it's crazy how they get him for this, but they couldn't get him for the right stuff for the end of Game of Thrones. So maybe what he gave him is going to help them clear up some things, and they'll be able to connect that to Game of Thrones. So, but definitely looking forward to that. Looks like we're not getting Last of Us until 2025.
Oh God!
So we'll be waiting on that, and then wasn't really much else out there for shows. I don't think there's anything else coming up until next year. So still going through that what you call it, the Squid Games challenge.
How is it? It's still funny.
It's entertaining, man. Because when they kill people, like they have like people get shot with like a paintball gun. So, and when they get shot, I guess some of them they play dead. So, some people cry when they die. It's pretty funny. They're not really dying, but they're out the game.
Right.
And then they put them in some funny situations where, like, I don't want to give anything away, but 4 players have to make a decision. If a decision is not made, everybody dies. So, and some people are just like so, stuck on their decision that it causing the death of 4 other people. So, but overall, it's a nice little fun watch. If you're looking for something entertaining, definitely can check it out. And then I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there was anything else. You guys are checking out anything else? Anything new?
No, but there's a new movie on Netflix that's coming out that I want to watch.
Not The Killer. No, I'm joking.
No. Good Lord, can't do that again.
Well, I know they got the new sci-fi stuff coming out soon. I guess like that's their version of Star Wars. I heard that might be pretty good.
Let me see. Oh, crap. Well, let me look at it now. Yeah, it's like a murder mystery movie that's coming out that looked pretty good. They have the Love and Monsters too, which looks interesting.
Okay.
It's about monster apocalypse and someone leaving the getting out of the bunker. It kind of has a mix between Last of Us and Walking Dead.
Okay. Definitely give that a check.
Yeah, other than that, still working.
Yeah, I think I'm on the last season of Fear of the Walking Dead.
I can't believe you're still on that.
I'm almost done, man. I was in too
I
deep to
know.
give up, so I was like, oh, might as well. It's become like background noise now. So
Well, with the regular Walking Dead, I felt like I was at that point where I was like, I'm just like pot committed. I got to keep watching, and I was like, no, I can't keep watching this show. Like it has gotten so bad.
yeah, I think I stopped after like Rick disappeared or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, not really much else out there, man.
Uh,
After I know,
hopefully you start to see some. Hopefully, start to see some stuff coming out. With the strikes over.
yeah, I feel like anything they had for next year, they'll push up. Well, later for like anything that was slated to come out, or later 2024, they'll push up early 2024, and then
Hmm.
everything else they'll backlog. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully we get some good stuff, man.
Hmm.
And then I think that's pretty much it, man. Right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.